All right, so this is what you really want. Everybody wants to know when to buy, when to sell, entry, exit rules, trading systems. Okay, let's talk about it. First thing you need to know, if you don't know this already, there's only 3 different types of trading. Okay, everything could be simplified in this. Okay, or this is the main principles. Okay, there's trend trading, reversal trading, range trading. Okay, and you got to look at your personality and really look. You can pause this, take a screenshot, whatever. Okay. I'll put this whole thing right here for you. Let me enlarge it for you if you want to take a screenshot of this. But this is going to be, the whole system, for everything. And, first thing is there's trend trading, which is you're looking at the high. It's just making higher and higher highs, higher lows, or the opposite, right? They're like moving averages. This is great for a job or something that you might have because you can't look at the chart very much. A lot of trend traders are just making money. They're buying with the trend as it goes up. They're selling as it's going down. And then you have reversal traders, which are people that like to wait for the extremes. And reversal trading takes a bit to get it. It's a little harder because you need to wait for confirmations, wait for pullbacks because the market can be weird at times. You're using like RSI, MACD's indicators. You're trying to wait for the market to be extremely overbought, extremely oversold in most situations. Give you an engulfing candle, give you a wick to show you it's the market starting to reverse, and you're going to ride that momentum down. This is where you can make a lot. You can also lose a lot very quickly. If it's a fake out. Fake outs are your only enemy. So sometimes you might want to wait for some confirmation. Sometimes you don't have time to wait for confirmation. Sometimes you just have to say, is it worth it? And go for it. Which is hard to take. So you're gonna have to practice this really. So you're waiting for zone. You can also do a type of reversal, which I'll show you, which you're waiting for. Zones to be hit and see how the market reacts to that. Then you have range trading, which is harder, which is like some scalpers do a variation of it. It's great on slower time frames. This is if you're just very aggressive, you just like to make money, scoop up pips very quickly. You don't really have a lot of patience. A lot of traders like the range trading markets. You're just trading in a box essentially. Like Bollinger Bands are great. RSI is good also. For these types, but not to say you can't use all these indicators, at once. It's just you got to know what an indicator's use is for. Every indicator is like a tool, right, to measure the market. So first thing you do with this trading system is you're going to switch to a line chart. All right. So let me show you. So this is Forex Tester, but it's like the same thing basically as MetaTrader, almost any other broker. Charting. So here's the line chart. Look at all I did. I identified all the areas that the market was touching. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 touches. 1 touch. 2 touch. 3 touch. 4 touch. 1 touch. 2. We'll go up a little bit. If you want to move them slightly higher. Okay, that's. I'll go to the bottom on that one. Right there. That's fine. So look, I'm just looking at areas of the market. Here's another touch, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to just take the chart, identify the key areas, so that way when the market does something that you can be ready. So right now, look, we're going up. We're kind of range trading right here. Let's go switch back to bars, or not bars, candles. Resistance was hit, came down sharply. Notice this. Resistance was hit even sharper. Now we're coming back. Okay, that's a sign of strength that we're coming back. We're trending up a little bit on this, and I'm using the daily chart, by the way. So let's see what happens. What do you think is going to happen next? So let's. I don't think this is a trade yet, because I want to see what it does up here, right? Because it could do one of two things. It could hit this resistance and then go shoot down, and have a lot of room because it could come down to even this area. These old supports. Or we zoom out. When in doubt, always zoom out. It has room to go. It can challenge these highs, this high, even this high. So let's go and see what happens. So let's just move a few days. We can bar forward. Ready? Ooh. Okay, so now we're at resistance. I don't know if I want to buy it yet. You could, but I think a pullback is possible. So let's wait. Okay, a little, Okay, all right. This means we're coming down. We're gonna probably test a little lower, but doesn't mean it's over yet. Because the market's been here for 2 days. It at least came up and broke above it, which is significant. This is a new high. This is higher than these last 2 times. So when you look at the market, you got to look at how is it reacting to key resistance and supports, and how it reacts is important. And not everybody understands how to really interpret that, right? So boom, let's go, boom, boom. Okay, now we've been here for how many days? We've been here 1, 2, 3. We've been here several days. Okay, this is holding. So what does this show you? This is a sign of strength. This before didn't even make it. This just shot down. So the moral of the story here, everyone, is you want to wait a bit to see what happens when you get to these key levels. Draw your key levels and see how it reacts. Don't rush into it, right? Let's wait. Oh, looking pretty good. All right, not bad. All right, now some people might get spooked by that, and I can see why, but we still haven't broken. Still good. Okay, still good. Still good. Still good. All right, now we're good. Now we're looking good. Now look at this. We are building up. And we got a solid wick at the bottom, green, looking pretty good. All right, now we're breaking out. Still good. Market has to, just because it has a little red don't mean the end of the world. And we could even go to a lower time frame and check this out. Yeah, this is just still trending up. Let's see if we could even draw a trend line. Like, I mean, this is plain and simple, just trending up. Pretty clean, not perfect, but it's clean. Look at this, just trending up. Boom, 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 higher, boom, higher. So far, so good. Right? So far, so good. That's your trend line. You can draw a trend line on a 4-hour too. Right? And then let's go to the next one. Boom. Okay, keep going. Still good. Still good. Up. All right. A lot of people probably would sell here, and I could see why. It's not a terrible idea. We bought here. If we bought here and then we sell here, it's not bad. Or you could sell a portion of it. Let's see what happens next. Still good. Look at that. Engulfing. So we still have some momentum. Although I don't like how we're starting to break this trend. So I don't know how much longer this is going to last. And a little bit slowing. Slowing. Still going. Okay, now you have to sell. Now you have to sell because this candle is as big as. Look how this candle is one of the biggest red candles. Like the biggest red candle out of this whole formation. This is time to sell. Right, we already broke the trend. The market went up. Boom. You could even have sold here. I would even start to short here because this trend line is broken. This is coming down. This came down with a hard big candle. Totally engulfs here. Totally almost eclipses this over here. This whole formation. And I'm not even looking at RSI. I mean, look at RSI. RSI is not really telling me anything really too. Let me get rid of volume because volume doesn't really help you very much. I mean, RSI is like, it was up there. It wasn't too extreme. So like RSI, I got the 70. So right here RSI was like 70. So it was like getting over, or 68, 60, whatever. It was getting there right here. And now it's pointed down. So it kind of helps me a bit. Let me go to 4-hour. Let's go see what 4-hour looks like. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's go to Bollinger Band, if I can find it. Bollinger Bands. I just go with the default. I don't really do anything crazy with my Bollinger Bands. I should probably switch the colors on these Bollinger Bands because these are really hard to see. Let me switch this color. Yeah, you're going to have your own templates and stuff of what you prefer for your stuff. Everybody has different colors and schemes. Some people like white backgrounds, black backgrounds, whatever you like. Oh snap, I hit the wrong thing. It's gonna happen to you. Even if you do this for a long time, you're still gonna have little, things that you press wrong or something. But at least I'm not pressing the wrong button when I'm buying and selling on a real account. This is just a testing account. Alright, so the middle line is basically just like kind of shows the trend. The outer line, this is like the outer band. If it's hitting the outer band, then it's this band up. That means it's overbought. And if it's hitting this one, it's oversold. That's just really what Bollinger Bands do. I do use them. But overall, I would say, yeah, this is breaking the bottom Bollinger Band. This is probably going to go lower. Okay, a little bit of a move. Okay, a little bit. We would need a sharp V to even stand a chance here. I don't really know. Okay, nope. Okay, now that's bearish. That's engulfing. We just had this is pretty bearish. You could even short it here. Put a stop like up here at this zone. But look at this. Look at this. So look. This was the area. You see this level? Right here. Right here. This area has already been failing. We can look at it on the 4 hour. Came up, tried it, boom. Now we're getting an engulfing. So if this comes down, breaks this support, this is not looking good. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay. Boom, boom. Ooh. There we go. Tried it again. Failed. Looking bad. Oh, breaking. Oh. Now it's really ugly. Now this is just clearly... Now this is starting to make a downtrend. See this? Let me even get rid of the Bollinger Band. You can see how the Bollinger Band trend line is just going down with it. You could see okay, here it touched the Bollinger Band. That would have been the entry actually with the Bollinger Band. That's how you would have used the Bollinger Band. Let me get rid of the Bollinger Band. You get the idea. The Bollinger Bands are decent. They just kind of tell me what I already kind of need to know. They just kind of help you with entries, really more than anything, I think, because it just says at the top of the Bollinger Band is where I would sell or buy, or the bottom. That's their biggest use. So this is just trying to look at this. Lower, lower, lower. I would not want to be a buyer, and this is technically a support. So you're gonna always have to update your support and resistance lines. Here it is, boom. Again, broken. So now we're heading back. We're heading back to where we began. Here's one. And we could even go all the way down to here, and there's even another support down here. There's tons of levels that can keep hitting. Let's see where it goes. It has a wick at the bottom, so it's not as strong as here, but it's still definitely not a buy. Oh, look at that. Still going. And this one's solid, so I definitely don't want to. And it broke right through that support like nothing. Look at this. Strong support. Okay. Pause. No trade at all. Still a pause. Pause. A little bit of a break. But overall still a pause. A little bit lower. Okay. Now it's a pause. Some people would buy this. It's still kind of risky because it's still if you're a trend trader, you would keep shorting it. You would have shorted this whole thing if you were a trend trader. You were a reversal trader, you would have gotten in here and you'd still be holding. And when you sell, when there's a significant this could be reason to sell, because let's look at this candle. The first green candle with a long wick. That's pretty good sign to take profit. But let's see what it's followed by. And it's still going down. Okay, two green wicks. All right, now this is all right, there it goes. So when do you sell? You could sell on the first major green. And look at the daily. See, the daily's green. So if you short, it depends on when you got in. If you shorted here, if you were a reversal trader, keep going. If you're still a trend trader, you probably would maybe want to. You might consider it, but overall you're still going with this because this trend can keep going. Okay. Next day. See that? Failed to get to that resistance. Oh, failed. See, it failed on that. See that? Didn't get there quite. That was an old support. See these two candles? Got rejected the first time. Let's see what happens. Okay. Still holding. Now it's starting to hold. Now it's still holding the support now. So that's not... So if you were a trend trader, this is technically almost range now, because now we've paused. So it's, if you're a trend, this is where you probably want to take profit. And as a reversal, you would have been down there probably. Okay. Alright, well... Still, like, I would say, like, if it comes down to here, makes a significant new low, then it's, like, I highlight this area because this is, like, where I would say, like, I'm playing devil's advocate always. Like, if it comes and breaks here, where these two candles' bodies are, pretty much, where the support is, and it closes below it, and if it makes a significant, like, if there's this candle, if I copied, right, and pasted this as the next candle, and yeah, this is probably going to keep going down way more. But this is not a super big candle, so it's not that big of a deal. But let's see what's next. Okay, pause. Alright, so now this is like a double bottom almost. So see that? Boom, boom. That's why I was cautious. So this next candles could be bearish or bullish even. Whoop. A little bit. Now we're still range trading, because look, now we're in like a range. Up, getting bullish. Back to resistance. See that resistance line, that red line? Boom, boom. Now what? Oh, okay. Alright, now we're kind of starting to show signs of a reversal possibly. Boom, boom. Now we're sticking around here. Oh, see? See that? Look how long we stayed there. Then we got followed by a little pump. See that? Okay. You're not always going to get something big. Don't be greedy. But look, that's a nice little... If you would have saw that, boom. You know, that's a nice gain. It's a nice gain. Pretty significant. You got in here, you got out there. It's not huge, but it's not bad. But you still probably didn't want to sell, because look at this. Now it's back to there. It's still going in there. So now you're back to the trend. Now you're a trend trader. Or a reversal trader would have picked that up. Now trend traders, now you're trending. So the trend traders are starting to try to, you know, they're going with this. If you're a trend trader and you're hoping that it's going to break this key level. Now it's all going to depend. Now the big question is, okay, now we're back to a level. Is it going to sharply break it or not? Let's see with the RSI. You know, it's kind of 68. I don't want to even look at the moving averages, because the moving averages are probably, you know, not too important in this situation. But let's look at the 4 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour before we start getting deep into this. I want to even watch how it interacts at the 4 hour. Okay, it goes up. See the daily. Okay, a little bit of a pull. So it breaks it a little bit. Okay. Okay, still need another candle. Okay, alright, not too surprisingly. Sells off a bit, but nothing crazy. Still holding it. Okay, still holding it. Not great, but it's not over yet. The bulls still have a chance. Okay, bulls are looking pretty good now. They've held it and they've made an engulfing. Holding, not as good now. I mean, it held for a while. This one's tricky. If I was longing it, I might just take a minor loss on that, but I don't know. Now it's coming back. It's not terrible. But if it doesn't get back to here pretty soon, it's done. This is gonna just fade out. But if it makes like this size candle pretty soon and just penetrates it or something, it's good. So I might even, you know, hop on soon. Okay, not bad. Second touch. Let's see what the next one is. All right, now it's done. That's not good. So we had a double top. A little tricky one because this held there for a while. Came down, came up, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so now, but we would have saw that. Now that's a reverse, so then you could have made some money on this downside. Now you would have been a short, right? This resistance area proved pretty strong. You know, consolidating. I'm still bearish. Now it's consolidating. Now it's stopped. So you get the general idea. So really, what we're trying to do is we're trying to keep going with it. So like, yeah, that's still bearish. Still bearish. Right. So we see where the major moves are. Boom. Lower. Lower. Still going. So this is a trend now. See the trend? So this whole thing was a trend. So if you were a trend trader, there you go. So boom, boom, boom. Lower, low. Still lower. Still lower. Still lower. See that? See this? See all this? Lower. 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 Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, now if it makes a higher, if it holds this above here, then it'd be different. But let's see. Nope. Not yet. Oh, okay. All right, now it's good. All right, so now you better take profit. If you shorted when you first saw this candle that we were talking about, you take profit here because this is starting to penetrate. I don't care if it just plummets after you sell it. Don't feel bad. That's still good trading. So this is what you're doing. So you have to really look at the market and realize what state it's in, right? So we had significant trend up, some range trading, double bottom, oops, came up, broke that level temporarily, almost, it was like a fake out, then boom, then lower low, significant lower move, alright, it's done, boom, coming down. You could have added here, once it, made another low, it came lower, but then once it came back up here, you better get out. Because this point is here now. So let's see what happens. Does it keep going up? Oh, starting to go up. Boom. See that? That's why you got out. Didn't I tell you? Right? Look, saw that? Look at that. You would have got crushed. But you could have. But once you saw that, you switched to long. Right? Oh, now you're back there. Okay, now we're back to this old. Look at this. We are back to this resistance area. Right? Oop, a little bit of rejection. We didn't get there. That wasn't too good. That wasn't good. See, we didn't even have a trade because it didn't even hold that much. We didn't even have any significant candle. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. Alright, so this is looking pretty bearish, but I have a strong feeling that this might try again. So I would maybe continue shorting this just to see where it goes, but I wouldn't really get too deep into it. I'd definitely put a stop loss like a bit above here and try to aim down here, so like good risk reward. So that again, so you'd put your stop loss up here above this formation, right, above here, and you try to take profit, down here, so you're risking some pips to make this, right? But again, like devil's advocate, boom, it could easily hit one of these supports, then zoom back up, try again. Let's see what happens. Okay, consolidation, boom, a little bit higher, trying, nope, oop, sorry, that's a little strong. Boom. Oh, actually, nope. We were right with the short. So the short was right. So that's why I was saying, look, if we would have put our stop loss up there, came down here, look, we're almost to profit. We're almost there. You might have to take profit soon, or you might have had to take profit down here because that was a wick. That's a pretty long wick, so that probably was a reason to take profit. And now look, coming back. Engulfing. Possible reversal coming. Look at this also, this triangle. This pendant that's forming. See that? See the pattern? Draw that. Boom. But overall, this is sort of range trading now. So that's a breakout. You see that? Notice that the tip was up here, so that's why we went higher. Higher again. Boom. You saw that? You saw that pendant move? Boom. That was the pendant. Keep going. Boom. We cleared that resistance. Now we're looking strong because we have cleared that. See, didn't I say? I had a good, strong feeling that it would come back up here? Right? I didn't know exactly I didn't know when, but I had a strong feeling that at some point this area was going to get hit. Because look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. It's going to eventually do it. That's how the, Forex works. Keeps going. Boom. Now it's just a bull market. Just trending up. This strong trend. RSI is 76. So there you go. There you have it. So then if you're a reversal trader, you're going to want to wait for something significant here to really counter that. You want to really, like, when it's going up on a tear, you got to wait for something really strong sometimes. Not just RSI. You got to wait for this thing to just really, you got to be very patient if you're a reversal trader, because this is just trending so strong. I mean, this is starting to consolidate, move sideways, but it's not time yet. No, it's not. Okay, first major one. Usually it's the second major sell-off. Sure, could it just tank the next candle? Maybe, but I'm not. If I'm a reversal trader, I got to wait a bit. Okay, lower low. This might be, some traders might do that. Some traders might look at this and say, okay, lower low. I might even put a short if it breaks support here. Right? So you're going to update your trend lines. Support. If it breaks this level, cuts coming down, breaks this support here. Boom, didn't break it. Kept going. That's why I did that. Okay, now there's the next major red candle. Now I think it's gonna come down. Nope. Still no entry. Still no entry for. Geez, it's just, see, if you were a trend trader, you could have just held this, because it did make a pause here. A lot of people would have took profit here, but it is not doing this at all. It is still coming. Oh, there it is. Now the trend is broken. The trend is broken. The reversal traders are coming in. Boom, lower, 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 lower. There it goes. So now it's range trading. It went from a strong trend to a range. So it's either going to continue the trend up after this, or it's going to keep coming down. But overall, if you were shorting here, you're in an okay position. You'd put your stop loss above here. Keep going. And it's looking kind of weak. Let's see. But now it's starting to show some strength. Oh, broke out again. So, you wouldn't have took a huge loss on that, but you would have had this whole trend. So that's why some traders, they just go with the trend. Just because it's consolidating as well doesn't necessarily mean you have to exactly. So a consolidated market, if it's just trended, then it consolidated. It doesn't always necessarily mean that. But overall, I hope this really gives you perspective of really what to look for. I think this is actually, if you look at the date, this is when the housing crisis was occurring. So this is not a typical market. This is when the gold was going up on a tear. So gold's probably going to keep going up substantially for a long time. Gold. This is like gold's strongest bull market. Let's try to find I just want to find an example of. Gold is harder to short than it is to long, just in general, because gold, when it just starts to go long sometimes based off fundamentals, it just can go astronomically fast in one direction. Like, traders at this point are just long. just endless longs, because you would know this at the market. This is not typical. Continuing, like no signs of no signs. Okay, major reversal. Okay, maybe some profit taken soon. Keep coming. Okay, that's a little bearish. Keep going up. There we go. See, there's some pips. Don't get greedy. We saw that coming here. We would have known to come in. It's a lower low. We would have continued. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see what happens. Yep. Still, see? Still good. Look at that. Lower. Lower. So I hope that really answers a lot of everything. Hope this really gives you a lot of perspective and everything. Just remember the different types of trading and everything, and hope that